Welcome back to the channel where I watch movies without knowing the runtime and count how many times I check my phone or my watch to see if a movie's gas or ass. This is Pocket Watch Reviews, and today I'm watching Lilo and Stitch, the live action remake. Like and subscribe and follow me at Pocket Watch Reviews on TikTok. I got a bunch more content coming out on there, so please check it out. Please. I don't think I'm in the minority when I say this, but I'm just not a huge fan of live action remakes. There's some that are decent, but overall, I just don't see the point of them outside of just being cash grabs. And even for cash grabs, sometimes it doesn't even end up working, like Snow White that came out earlier this year. I wouldn't say it's a horrible movie, but the way it did at the box office, it would really make you think it was. And then we have How to Train Your Dragon, which is coming out today, and it's supposed to be a shot-for-shot remake of the original animated film. I just don't know how... I just don't know how to feel about it because most live action remakes, I feel like they strip the original of the emotional aspects and the depth in general to seem more robotic. All of that just to make a PC and safe movie. So let's see how this one goes. Let's get to the Pocket Watch predictions. I'm guessing this movie is going to have a runtime of 1 hour, 41 minutes. And I think I'm only going to check my phone or my watch twice during this movie. It's made for kids, so it has to hold those ADHD brains hostage and keep them paying attention. So if I check more than twice, I consider this movie a failure. Let's see how it goes. Off to the movie.
We come to this place for magic. We come to AMC theaters to laugh, to cry.
Okay, we're back from the movie, and let's get to the Pocket Watch breakdown of Lilo and Stitch. I predicted this movie would have a runtime of 1 hour, 41 minutes. It ended up having a runtime of 1 hour, 48 minutes, so I was only 7 minutes off. Every time my guess is within 10 minutes of the correct runtime, I think I'll count that as a win going forward, and maybe if I'm not within 10, I'll do a punishment wearing like some weird costume for the next movie or something. Let me know if you guys want to see that. And for my Pocket Watch predictions, I guessed that I would check my phone or watch twice during this. But there only ended up being one Pocket Watch check during this movie. And like I said before, I'm not totally surprised because it had to keep the kids engaged the whole time. I ended up checking around the 33-minute mark, and mostly just because that's when Lilo finally met Stitch, and I kind of wanted to gauge how long it had taken for the title characters to finally meet each other. Overall, this movie was a fun watch, and I'd say it worked for the most part. I thought the casting for Lilo and Nani were perfect. And their actors did a great job of showcasing the strained sister relationship that they had while Nani's managing parenthood for the first time, while also showcasing all the fun that they were able to have together. Also, I thought Stitch looked really good. I don't know if it's nostalgia blinding me, but seeing him run around was a lot of fun. Fundamentally, I feel like this movie did a good job of going through the original animated film's plot points, but I feel like it missed the mark in a few places. The first thing is they got rid of Captain Gantu. He's such an important part of the original movie. I don't know why they decided to take him out. Apparently, he was supposed to be in the movie initially, but the director said he didn't fit well for the live action, and I guess they wanted to focus more on the emotional aspects of the sister relationship. But honestly, I think the real reason is the CGI would have been too expensive to have him in there the whole time, which is why Pleakly and Jumba got reduced to the human versions of their characters for the whole movie. And on top of that, Disney didn't allow Pleakly to be cross-dressed like he was in the original movie, which is so soft in my opinion. And in one of the live-action Scooby-Doo movies, they had Scooby dressed up as a grandma, and that wasn't a problem, but it is Disney, I guess. So, and they totally butchered Jumba's character. I think they combined whatever was left of Captain Gantu in the original script with Jumba's character to unfairly make him the villain of this movie. It also didn't help that he was played by Zach Galifianakis, which was horrible casting. The voice didn't fit him at all. But the main thing they missed for me was nailing the concept of Ohana in certain scenes. For example, the surfing scene in this movie, they go surfing because Nani gets a surf instructor job. And the reason that Stitch wants to go out surfing is because he sees a dog surfing and he thinks it's going to be fun. But in the original, the reason they're out surfing in the first place is because David wanted to take them all out surfing since Nani was feeling a little bit depressed. And the reason Stitch wants to surf isn't because he saw a dog surfing, it's because he saw the rest of his family in the water having fun and he wanted to be a part of it. Also, I feel like this movie could have spent a little bit more time unpacking the trauma Lilo had from losing her parents and how her bad behavior kind of stems from that. instead of everyone fully treating her like an outcast at the beginning. I also felt like the soul and essence were a little bit stripped from the original in this live action remake. And honestly, I feel like that's been the case for Disney's latest stretch of movies. And I know some people were complaining about child protection services being shown in a really positive light in this movie versus the original, and kind of implying that the government would do a better job of taking care of Lilo than her sister would. But I viewed it in a light of the CPS lady actually trying to make sure Nani gets her shit together so she can actually keep Lilo. And it was more of a way to actually showcase how much all Hawaiians value community, especially with the deal the CPS lady was able to work out with the neighbors so Nani could actually go to college. Overall, it was really cool to see the Hawaiian community come together and make sure that everyone's taken care of. The box office for Lilo and Stitch made $341 million opening weekend, which is insane. And it's even more insane when you compare that to the Thunderbolts movie, which has only made $377 million worldwide up to this date since its release. Overall, as much as I don't care for live action remakes, this is definitely one of the better ones out there, even with its flaws. So if you have kids or really love the original movie, which came out 20 years ago now, more than that, it's kind of crazy, I would still recommend watching this movie. I don't know if I'd recommend going to theaters to see it, but definitely watch it when it gets to Disney+. One of the funniest reviews I read for this movie that I 100% agreed with was from The Wrap. It said, I guess when you take something that works and make it work slightly less, it still kind of works. So yeah, this movie had less heart than the original, but the original had so much heart that this movie still works. And it gets away with being a fun watch, especially for kids. So I have to give this movie a 3.5 out of 5. That's a wrap on this episode. See ya.